What is up there, workforce? Chris here with WorkToGame, and I'm making a guide or an introduction to a resource that I've been on the fence about introducing, first of all because of its reliability, and second of all because I want to be really clear about where it gets its data from so you can decide if you want to support something like this. So what I'm introducing today is a market board resource. It's called Mogboard. Many of you have heard of it, but I want to kind of talk a little bit about what it is. So Mogboard.com is basically a website that allows you to check the market prices of any item in Final Fantasy against the other markets, namely on your data center. Now, it's been something that's always been kind of interesting to kind of see different markets and stuff, but with World Visit System, this resource has allowed you to easily save the time and see that there's items that are listed, sometimes at 1/10 of the price of maybe what your server has it at. So this tells you, hey, especially if I wanted to go make an alt on each of these servers and spin it up to at least the level where it could get a retainer, which I believe is level 30. And so if I could kind of just spin up retainers on each one so that I could list on every server, and then if I could somehow have a friend in on this so that I can transfer items, since I can't trade myself, you could easily start just moving items server to server in what's called kind of arbitrage, where you're making money off of items that were procured by one person. They got what they wanted. They wanted to make, let's say, 10,000 gil. You paid them the 10,000 gil. They're happy. You're happy. Then you take the item, you move it to another server, you transfer it to a retainer on that server, and you sell it for, let's say, 20,000 gil. Somebody pays it. They think 20,000 is a fair price. They're happy. You're happy. You just made 10,000 gil doing nothing. No effort. And so that's what a tool like this can be used for. It can also be used just to make sure that, like, as you're making a crafting recipe or whatever, that you can quickly go get whatever items you need very, very quickly without having to jump server to server to check all the prices. It tells you exactly which server you need to be jumping to. I don't know that it's in live time, but it's close to it. Now, the second part of this, before I introduce this website, is that this is absolutely fueled by bots, 100%. That is where things like this take place. The only two places that you can really even see market board information right now is in-game or in the app. And in either case, this is not being pulled manually. They're not manually sitting there as people checking market board data, inserting it. No. This is an automated process, and they have bots either in-game or they're somehow integrating with the app or whatever. I assume it's in-game because the app has limited integration. And so they have bots in game that are going out there and they're scanning market boards for whatever items look like they're popular enough that maybe the price is moved in X amount of time, and then they are posting that to this website. So this is 100% a source of bot behavior. So with that clear, I do want to go ahead and kind of show this site and show what it is. This is a type of bot that I feel lives more in a gray area, kind of like a DPS meter, where I don't really see the harm in it, but it is against the rules to have bots like this. So that's really up to you if your ethics line up with terms of service. I know when I put out the botting video, but he's like, you can't do it because it's against the rules. It's like, well, the rules is one thing. Like, do you ever speed in your car? I do. I drive above the speed limit sometimes. And not by a lot, but like by enough. I mean, if you drive even 1 mile an hour over, you're breaking the speed limit. Have you ever rolled a stop sign? These are all questions that you have to ask. And like, if a cop sees you, you're going to get a ticket. But whether or not you really feel ethically bad about it, that's really between, yourself and wherever your ethics lie. So let's go ahead and dive into this website and see if this is something that's a tool that maybe you should try using. I will say, guys, that I'm recording a lot of videos right now, and there is somebody clearly learning to use an edger next door. So if you're hearing any noises, it will continue through the next several posts because I'm recording everything I can so that all of your videos are uploaded for while Brian and I are on the media tour. Now, that being said, here is Mogboard. So what this is basically I play on Sargatanas. So I can go to Sargatanas and I can see this has on Stardust Cotton Cloth, but I can literally go out to market and I can pick any item. I can type it in by name, or we can say, let's go see what leatherworking tools are doing. It shows me a bunch of leatherworking tools. The Dome and Steel All, that's totally the one that I was always dreaming of. And this will say purchasable from NPC vendors. And so you can see that. And it says, like, there's no reason to check the market price for this. It's purchasable. So there's no reason for that. We can go down to feet here and then say, well, let's go check on one of these like nice 380 boots that I always wanted. Awesome. And so I can go see these 380 boots and I can see that Gilgamesh is my cheapest prices. So I should jump to Gilgamesh if I'm looking to kind of save money on that. But then, like, if I want to see it specifically on Sargatanas, I can go see that it's at 180,000 on Sargatanas. Crossworld, it's down at 130,000, so I can save 50K by just jumping over there. It even tells me like, hey, what city is that retainer listed in? So I know that I need to go to Limsa for this, just in case you want to just save on that shipping fee. But you'll know that as soon as you get to the market board. And so I can definitely kind of do this that way. And then you can go shift through any item in the game. So I can literally go say like, well, what are crystals doing? I'm really needing some fire clusters, and that's something I buy in very large quantities sometimes. And so I can see that the prices, there's a cheap set on Siren, but then on Cactar, there's a nice big solid stack at 285. And if I were to buy that on Sargatanas, 349. I'm paying almost an extra 100 per thing here. And we're talking about big prices here. We're talking about 1.4 million gil. And then definitely be sure when you're spending that kind of money that you are going to Ul'dah. It's 100% worth the trip to save on that delivery fee. And so that's really what this website is. It's easy enough to see kind of the prices of it and like the history of it. So you can see maybe like these prices up here, that's not a normal price. Don't pay that. But then these prices down here, that's historically a very good price. And so you can kind of see different trends on what an item's doing, when there's good deals, when there's not, and it really helps you take advantage of cross-world market boards. So I hope this kind of helps it expose you to a tool that's out there. This is something that takes advantage of bots, and in my mind actually does something positive with a technology that's typically going to just cause negative behaviors. Typically this is shorting players' experience somehow. This is getting in there and it's doing something that players really should have to kind of do on their own, in my opinion. And I think that this is a good thing. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. Let me know down below kind of what your thoughts are on if Mogboard should exist. It gets shut down a lot. Every time Square Enix grabs its bots, it goes down. And then they just spin back up new ones because however they're making money on this website, obviously it's worth their time. I assume that that's done through some form of, I don't know. It's fan funded somehow. I have never given them money. So somehow they are choosing to supply bots and this is making money. I don't see any ads on the page. Maybe it's a Patreon. I couldn't tell you. But it's definitely something that they have chosen to do, and they do it on every server, every data center. At least here in North America, I have not seen anything that doesn't allow you to take advantage of this when it's up. So you can go see all the different servers that they select here, and then you can set what language you want it in. You can also set your time zone just in case that helps you. And yeah, there you go. So as soon as you refresh the page, I would be able to change data centers just like that. So my name is Chris with WorkToGame. I hope this helps. I really hope that this gives you a nice tool that helps save you a little bit of money, helps your guild go that much further. Maybe it helps you make money on crafting an item that you wouldn't have made money otherwise. So have a fantastic day. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. YouTube has a pretty cool video waiting for you over here. Our latest vlog is down below. For those of you new, subscribe is over here, and all of our other contact info is just right below me here. Thanks for watching.